And of course, it shows that he's afraid. It shows that he knows if the two of them are on a stage together, it's not going to end well for him.
Chicken shit man, baby. Donald Trump has backed out of the debate with Kamala Harris. So I'm going to get to the reasoning and discuss my thoughts on all this. Let's start with before the official announcement from the Trump campaign, Kamala Harris spoke to reporters about a potential debate. This is back when it was already clear that they may be afraid of doing it.
Previously agreed upon September 10th debate. He agreed to that previously. Now it appears he's backpedaling, but I'm ready. And I think the voters deserve to see the split screen that exists in this race on a debate stage. And so I'm ready. Let's go.
Will you do it?
So clearly Kamala Harris wants the debate. Just a short time later, the official announcement from the Trump-Vance campaign, quote, given the continued political chaos surrounding crooked Joe Biden and the Democrat Party, general election debate details cannot be finalized until Democrats formally decide on their nominee. There's a strong sense by many in the Democrat Party. By the way, that's intentional, in case you're wondering. They think Democrat sounds like rat, so they'll say that instead of saying Democratic Party. But it's just so childish. It's so stupid. There's a strong sense by many in the Democrat Party, namely Barack Hussein Obama. We're going back to 2008, apparently. That Kamala Harris is a Marxist fraud who cannot beat President Trump. And that is why I am so afraid of her. And they are still holding out for someone better. There, which is in quotes. Again, I don't know why he quotes things that are not quotes. So is he saying that there is no one better? That she is the best choice? It's just odd choice of quotation marks there. Therefore, it would be inappropriate to schedule things with Harris because Democrats very well could still change their minds. So blaming the lack of endorsement from Barack Obama, which came an hour later from Barack Obama. Michelle and I called in our friend Kamala Harris. We told her we think she'll make a fantastic president of the United States and that she has our full support.
Kamala!
Hello. Hi.
Hey there!
Oh, hi. You're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle, Barack, this means so much to me. I am looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
The reason why they held this endorsement apparently till now is that they were waiting for Joe Biden to make his statement. They didn't want to step on that news. They also wanted to ensure that she had the delegates to actually win before they made their official endorsement. That they don't want to endorse somebody who's not going to actually be the candidate at the convention. So it was a combination of factors. And I think they also, to the egos that exist for every politician, I think they kind of wanted their own space. They wanted to wait till everyone else endorsed and then have this moment where they're the ones to make the endorsement now. So regardless, the endorsement was obviously going to come. And so now I want to know what the excuse is now. Now that the endorsement is here, what's the excuse? So Kamala Harris replied saying, what happened to any time, any place? Now, there's more in this New York Times piece. I just want to first highlight this incredible photo. This is Donald Trump watching the Biden address. Matt Binder shared this on Twitter, and it made me laugh. Oh my God, Trump is watching Biden on TV from the wrestler watching TV backstage angle. I wondered why that Trump photo looks so odd to me. And it's just so absurd. But anyways, back to the important details. So the debate was already agreed to. It was supposed to be on September 10th, hosted by ABC News. Trump complained at the time that they should have even more debates. And now he's afraid to do any debate. So they're apparently, before I get to everything he has chickened out of, they apparently want to debate on Fox News. At least that is what is being discussed. Is that, oh well, if it was on Fox News, then he would do it. Which, I guess, fine. Do a Fox News debate and then do an MSNBC debate. Would you agree to that? It's just, before I even get to the rest of this, I think it's obvious. Trump knows that he would get destroyed. Now, I'm not saying that it would be definite. I do think it would be the most likely scenario, but Trump does lie so much that it would be impossible for any candidate to properly refute all of the lies in a debate format where they only have so much time to speak. That is one of the benefits that Trump has always had on his side, is that he just lies so much that it is impossible for anybody in the moment to refute all of the lies with the allotted time. So because of that, I don't think, it's still possible Trump could have a good performance in his mind or for his base, in the sense that he would get enough of those lies out that may land. But Kamala Harris obviously would do a much better job than Joe Biden did. And if you go back to watch I believe it was the first primary debate in 2020, where Kamala Harris did a really good job going after Joe Biden. We have seen flashes of this, and especially when it applies to Senate hearings. Kamala Harris has done a fantastic job in that environment. She would do an amazing job against Trump. I think she would tear him apart. There was so much to work with. Like, already you see her in her campaign speeches, how she contrasts herself against Donald Trump. She could do that in a debate stage, in the moment, to his face. It would be very satisfying. So I think this is smart on the Trump campaign's part. As much as I would love for them to debate, I think it benefits Trump to just avoid the whole scenario. I don't think it's going to help him though. Like, I don't think he's dropping in the polls right now, terribly. Like, Kamala Harris is already gaining massively compared to where Joe Biden was in just less than a week. We're going to see where things are in September, but I don't think that momentum is going to shift. And, doing a debate may help. I don't know. It's like, normally I would say debates really don't matter all that much, and they typically don't have that much of an impact on a race. But in this case, or at least in the last debate, it completely shifted the race to the point where Joe Biden dropped out. So things can happen. Anything can happen in a debate if you do poorly enough. But if the momentum is already on Kamala Harris's side, maybe it's best to not have a debate. Just keep the momentum going, showcase how much of a chicken shit he is by him not showing up to a debate. People have floated the idea of her debating an empty podium. The network would have to agree to that. And the network may not want to seem partisan, even though I don't think it would be partisan, because clearly one person didn't show up. But in their minds, they may think, oh, this looks too partisan. It looks like we're on Kamala Harris's side by allowing her to debate an empty podium. So I don't think they're going to go along with that, as great as that would be. But we will see. Now, this was shared by Ron Flipkowski here. Trump said he was going to testify in the Trump University case. Chickened out. Said he would testify in the Carroll trial. Chickened out. Said he would testify in the New York fraud trial. Chickened out. Said he would testify in the New York criminal trial. Chickened out. Said he would debate Harris. Chickened out. Chicken. Trump, he runs away from things. When it comes time for him to actually answer for his bullshit, and he knows he's going to be pushed on it and actually have to answer in some way, he just runs. So I just want to play. This was one reaction from Pete Buttigieg to Trump backing out.
And of course, it shows that he's afraid. It shows that he knows if the two of them are on a stage together, it's not going to end well for him. This is a campaign that really has struggled to be about anything but Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And I think that's the bigger pattern that you're seeing here, and part of why the Trump campaign is having such a hard time adapting. Think about it. Just in a matter of 2 or 3 days, our campaign adapted to literally the biggest possible change, which is a change in the top of the ticket. And yet, within a couple of days, that support consolidated and that message was clear. They, meanwhile, have been flailing in a way that shows they're unable to adapt. And to me, it's not just that their entire strategic apparatus was built around tearing down Joe Biden. I think there's something deeper, which is Donald Trump cannot conceive of a campaign that isn't about the candidate. We're obviously very excited about our candidate. Kamala Harris is a leader that everybody is pulling together around, but also she's articulating a message that isn't just about herself and certainly isn't just about Donald Trump, although she has that contrast down. It's about us. And that's the kind of campaign that wins. It's the right kind of campaign. And it's also one that literally does not compute for somebody like Donald Trump.
I think this is a great point. Donald Trump, in 2016, the campaign for him was all about Hillary Clinton. And because everyone knew who Hillary Clinton was, and there was, decades of media, right-wing media already against her, it was very easy for him to simply position the campaign as, oh, look, she is the establishment. I am a real estate billionaire who somehow is on the side of the people, but the people were fooled. And that was the argument that he was able to make. And because there was so much built-in hatred towards Hillary Clinton, it was successful, even though, to be clear, he lost the popular vote, but it was successful in the Electoral College. And then same with, 2020, he lost, but that was the campaign, was focusing on Joe Biden. And now, what's he going to do? Focus on Kamala Harris? Okay. She has a lot of energy behind her. People appear to really like her. And the campaign that she is running isn't about herself. It's about the message. It's about the working class. It's about continuing the successes that Joe Biden has had, while at the same time being critical, potentially, of the failures. You may have already seen. I'll clip out a video on this that we discussed on the podcast, where her first reaction to Gaza, or I should say, her first public statements about Gaza, were definitely a break from where Biden has been up to this point. Now, of course, it's not going to be where it needs to be, just based on the situation where she is the VP, and there's only so much that she can really say right now. But it's clearly a different approach to the issue that is more empathetic towards Palestinians that Biden simply has not had up to this point. There is a real message here with the campaign, and Trump does not know how to counteract that. And to that point, I just got to share this because I'm not sure where else to put this clip, but I have to share this in one of my videos because it is so ridiculous. Here is Donald Trump, for some reason, talking about Hannibal Lecter. He's done this a few times now. I don't understand what's going on. It's so bizarre. This is the brilliant intellect that, unfortunately, we will be missing from a debate.
And jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums. They go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? He must be cognitively in trouble. No, these are real stories. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lamb. He's a lovely man. He wants to have you for dinner. He'd like to have you for dinner. Prisons and jails, mental institutions.
Like, what? I don't know what this is. It's like, so he's on something. He's on a discussion about, I guess people being released from prison is sort of the fear that he's trying. Again, Trump's campaign is all about fear. Oh, they're going to release all these people from mental institutions like Hannibal Lecter, who's not a real person. And what does this have to do with the campaign? With literally anything? Now, I would also argue this is part of the reason why Trump still has appeal. Not to me, but to whoever is in that crowd. He's just ridiculous. He's still funny. He says stupid shit, and it's the kind of thing you're not going to see any other Republican ever, or any politician ever, randomly bring up Hannibal Lecter and how these are real stories, folks. And it's just so stupid. But this kind of maniacal rambling apparently is appealing to some people. And I think it's simply because he doesn't sound like your typical politician, even though he works for all the same interests as any other billionaire that's funding many of these Republicans are. But regardless, I hope we get a debate just for the pure entertainment of it. I would love to see Kamala Harris take down Donald Trump in a debate. Maybe she'll agree to a Fox News debate. Maybe. I guess we're going to have to wait for that. What are your thoughts? Comment below if you want to see a Trump-Harris debate and how you think that would go.